So I'm going to have then Krista, if you could come up, and she's going to, when I bring up my, my thing here again, she's going to talk about the benefit she's seen for her students.
That's what you thought I was going to talk about. Oh.
I know. 2-3 minutes.
I know, 2-3 minutes. Don't give me a microphone or I keep going, right, Mark? Here's the thing, though, dear ones. To speak about my students is great joy. But I also need to tell you something about our family. See, our family, my husband's at seminary. Right now he's on his vicarage. Our family could not afford the tuition to send our child to Concordia High School, our daughter, and to send our son to my school, Lutheran South Unity School. Nope. We qualify for a partial voucher. Yep. Got the pearls in China, okay? We'll talk about that later. But seriously, this is a huge blessing for my family, in addition to so many other families that I have served with over the last couple of years since we've moved to Fort Wayne. It's huge. Beyond the voucher, we have SGO support. I know it, because I know how much those vouchers are, and I know how much we pay. And I know that people have given to bless my family, so thank you. That's part of it. 24 children have been baptized out of LSUS alone in the past year or so. 24. All of those children received an SGO scholarship in addition to their voucher, or in order to give them a school choice scholarship. Every one of them. Is this important? Mm-hmm. 24 more children have been solidified with their faith, solidified a place in heaven because of people's generosity. It's a great tax break, but even more than that, it's a great opportunity for them to hear the gospel and to say, I want to be in heaven with Jesus. I hear from him every day when I come to school. You are giving these kids an opportunity. You've given my family an opportunity. This is awesome. And that's just about all I need to say.
The third one then I'm going to bring up individual donors, client support, Davon Bultemeier, please. And he's going to also then introduce Robert when he's done then.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate the opportunity here. I would like to just take a moment here, and if we could thank Mark and John for putting this on. I really appreciate the opportunity to work with these guys, and they've helped me so much. As a personal donor here for the SGOs, they asked why do we do this? We got the obvious things here of a huge tax break, and we get half of it back from the state. You could potentially get maybe at least another quarter of it back from the federal government too. And I mean, you give this money, and yet you get so much back that it doesn't hardly even feel like you're giving anything. But personally here too, of helping these kids. My wife and I both are products of Lutheran schools. I've had the opportunity to go to Winnikin. But my wife's family, they're from, is that better? My wife's family's from Wisconsin, and she's the oldest of 10. Her dad's actually a Lutheran minister, and they were blessed with 10 kids, only 13 years apart, no twins. But they got to go to Lutheran grade schools, Lutheran high school. 8 of the 10 then went on to Concordia Mequon, and you can imagine what that life must have been like. The sacrifices that family had to go through to be able to send them to Lutheran schools. But they still they had other people in their lives that continued to help support them so that they could go on. Of those 10 kids, 6 of them are actually church workers. 2 of them are pastors. One of them is married to a Lutheran pastor, my wife's brother-in-law. And so you're actually creating leaders inside of our Christian world. And I don't have to remind you of, I'm sure if you guys read the paper, watch the morning news, catch it online, this is something that our society is slowly deteriorating away from. And with you guys being able to give a gift here that gives back in so many different ways, and to be able to have another child, as in Krista just shared, being baptized and being able to hear God's word almost on a daily basis, I know no other way of how you could help grow somebody in God's word in that nature. So please, it's an easy thing. As one of my clients once told me, that you'll never, ever be able to outgive God. And this one is an easy one because you're actually obviously getting a lot of it back right away here. The mere fact, too, that even if you go over, okay, err on the side of going over because you got 9 years to catch up on this thing. Okay? I got a feeling, knowing the majority of us in this room and our personalities, we're more of a cautious type people. We're going to err on the under than necessarily the over here. But gosh, guys, you got 9 years to catch any mistakes that you made on the other side here. As good Lutherans, I encourage you to let loose a little bit and go err on the side of too much here. Okay. So that's my personal testimony here, guys. It's a great thing. We're very, very fortunate here in the state of Indiana to have such a program like this. And there's so many people that have worked very hard behind the scenes. And we're going to have a chance to hear from one of them here this evening of what it took actually to put this together. And we'll never know who all of those people were. A lot of people had dreams and ideas, and it's great to see that this thing is going forward, and Robert's going to talk a little bit more about this. On the donor side of things, John asked me to wear like 3 hats here up here tonight. On the donor side of things here, he asked me just to talk a little bit about Thrivent. And, people thank me for, sponsoring events and things of that nature, but really, guys, it goes back to you. I'm going to bet probably the majority of the people in this room probably hold some type of a Thrivent product. This is the neat thing about being with Thrivent. These dollars that we're able to bring back, especially back into that faith-based side of things, after we take and help you guys and your families be able to do great financial planning, this is the feel-good side of that fraternal side of things. And we have a nice budget. The more we grow, the more dollars we got to give back. And this isn't something that people should be thanking me for. This is something that is actually your guys' money. And so this is just the beauty of being able to work with Thrivent.